So what were you saying before we started this podcast?
Jesus Christ, I stuck in the wrong hole.
God damn, wrong hole Wednesday and Ray's doing work.
Yeah.
We're live, by the way, Ray.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Catch you every time.
Damn you, Caveman.
Yeah.
Damn you.
So what's going on with you, Ray? I heard you hurt your wiener or something.
No, I pulled muscle, my bicep muscle off the bone, so I look like Popeye.
I did that shit too, dude. It sucks. But I know a great guy to go see. If it hurts really bad, go see Dr. Lee Kroll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do he like Mexicans?
As long as you take the hookers out of the trunk, he said you'd be happy to see you.
Okay. I'll make a date with him.
He doesn't like hookers in the trunk for some reason. I don't know.
Do he take Medicaid?
He doesn't take insurance, actually.
Oh.
He's got this whole thing where he doesn't take insurance and he thinks insurance is really bad and it makes for poor care for the patient. So he doesn't take insurance and he really sits down and works one-on-one with a patient.
Okay, I'm gonna have to send him a message to talk to him. Yeah, I would definitely be down for that.
Yeah, because he could definitely help you. But you should get it fixed first because he helped me through the rehab process and do like 2 weeks I was already lifting. They said don't lift anything for a month. Okay. By a month I was already training a little bit. Okay. Oh, don't tell Dr. Kroll that. Okay. He doesn't know. But I felt strong, dude. Like, came back quick. I mean, you can see that thing. It looks fucking good. Yeah. Yeah. What else is going on? Anything new?
No, not much.
What do you think about Conor McGregor and Khabib?
That's gonna be a good fight, man. What do you think about it? I mean, it's a D1 he's a world-class wrestler, right? Yeah,
he's an alternate on the Russian team, I think. I don't know, dude. McGregor can starch him early, and Khabib has shown that he can get hit, but, dude, his stand-up is underrated. That pressure he puts on you. It's Conor McGregor's weakness, dude. It's the fight everyone's going to be talking about.
But let me tell you something, though. I've seen him strike before. He looked awful, that Russian guy.
He does look awful, but that pressure, dude, it's hard to fight that pressure. It's coming forward all the time, makes you tired.
But what happens if he gets hit? What the hell happened?
I think the fan went off.
Oh, that was the fan? Oh.
Yeah, that was the fan, man. Damn. You just interrupted the whole podcast for that. Either that or something was going on your phone, one or the other.
Oh, no, what's going on my phone? What, you trying to get me in trouble, Caveman?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I heard you got in trouble. Is that not okay to talk about?
No, I ain't getting in trouble.
Oh, all right.
All right, so hey, let's keep it to the subject: the Russian versus the Irish Mick.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna say that the Russian is gonna come out on top only because he's Russian. If it's just striker grappler matchup, I'd be like, I don't know.
You know what?
McGregor,
you know what? Them fucking Russians are tough.
They are fucking tough. He's from that like third world where he doesn't even have fucking toilet paper, so he needs something to wipe his ass with. And if he wins, he can have toilet paper.
Anybody growing up in the Soviet Union is a badass, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
I did the ropes course today with Forrest, dude. That was kind of scary at Riverworks.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you go up, you're suspended, you got to walk across all this shit, dude. I thought my kid was going to crap himself. And, like, he was really scared, and he pushed himself through it, dude. It was a very proud moment as a father.
Cool. Yeah, me and my family went to the Erie County Fair, and, that was good.
I heard some kid got run over by a llama today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like they had to call the EMTs and stuff. Oh, wow. I saw it on Facebook.
Jesus Christ. I wish I was there. I would have videotaped.
Me too. I'd probably spit on him, too.
Record it and put it on Facebook and laugh about it.
Oh, man. That would be sad.
Yeah.
Good thing we weren't there. We'd probably be in jail.
I know, right?
But more people would be listening to this podcast for sure. Anything else going on with you, Ray? What do you got for us today for talent wise? Who are we bringing on the show?
Yeah. That was sound tiring right there.
Yeah, you sounded really tired. I like how you just threw your keys on the floor too, and it's gonna be really loud. I'm not gonna edit that out. Okay. I'll probably edit the fan out so you sound like a retard when they say I don't even hear the fan going.
Listen. I know, because I'm gonna hit the keys with my hands. And it's gonna make loud noise. It's like right there. So yeah. I threw it on the floor, but okay, we got promoter, Bare Knuckles.
Oh.
Promoter, David Feldman.
Yeah, we had him on before, man. He's a good guy. He's a good guest,
so listen, I guess the first show must have been a success, right?
Yeah, dude.
Everybody's talking about it. Talking about it.
It's a huge show.
He signed some veterans MMA fighters, you know, and we got a guy in the gym who signed to Bare Knuckles promotion.
Yeah, Palmieri, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. We'll ask him about him.
Yep.
We'll tell him, like, how he doesn't do anything. No, I'm just kidding.
I heard and he got Crazy Horse. He got Chris the Crippler.
Beck Rollins again, right? She's on the card again. He's got Chris Lieben?
Yep, Chris Lieben.
Oh, I'd like to get Chris Lieben on this show, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got to text him.
Yeah, and Crazy Horse, too.
Yep.
Crazy Horse fought D. Mark Antonio. Well, we talked about this while we were in the car, but we can talk about it on here, too.
Yeah, he did.
Ray's hitting my mic. God damn it.
I know, I'm messing up big time. But
yeah, you've been away way too long. I did a whole podcast about you and you didn't even listen to it.
Poor Caveman.
And you made me go down and get beat up by Anthony Ford all alone. Ray's like, oh, I'll be down there. Meet me down there, Caveman.
And then, oh, you went over there?
I did go down there. You're like, oh, I got my passport, or not my passport. I got my enhanced license. I'm going. So I was like, oh, God damn it. Ray's going to be there. It'll look awful for the show if I don't show up. So I went there, and then he's like, is Ray coming? I was like, he didn't answer my text, so I almost guarantee he's not coming. And then we beat each other up for the next hour and a half.
Was there a lot of people there?
No, there wasn't actually a lot of people there. There was like, I think 7 or 8 people. But it was pretty high level of sparring going on. So it was good work. It was worth going, man.
Damn.
And I learned a little about Muay Thai Niagara, and I might have an announcement about that in a little bit, but I can't say anything right now. We're working on it still.
Okay.
I'll talk to you about it off the air, actually.
Okay. All right.
I forgot to tell you when I was talking with you earlier.
Oh, yeah, and I'm sorry. I tried to get you beat up by Anthony Ford.
Yeah, you did today, man.
Sorry, in trouble.
So we went to this the grappling seminar, and Ray's like, he's talking all this shit. Oh, he's a black belt. He's a pro fighter. Go get him. And then all these guys were coming to try and tear my head off. And now Ray is this guy, Anthony Ford, the guy we had on the show. He's a great kickboxer, really stand-up guy. I like him a lot. Muay Thai world champion. And Ray's like, he broke a bat, and Ray's like, oh, Caveman said he could break a bat. And then the dude's like,
Caveman said he could break it, the fat part, the bat.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah, well, I broke 2. And then Ray was like, oh, yeah, Caveman said he broke 3 aluminum bats. He's trying to get me thrown under a bus. But I messaged him. I said, it's all Ray, so beat him up. I just didn't put it publicly so no one would see it.
No, I was just playing around. Come on. You know me. I got sense of humor.
Yeah.
Nobody don't like it. All right, let's get going. Should we call this guy up?
Yeah, let's call this guy up.
Hello.
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, Dave. How's it going, man?
How you doing? All good, man. All good stuff.
Your first show was a huge success. A lot of people didn't think it was going to do that well, and it just blew up. Everyone's been talking about it. No one stopped talking about it since the last fight. Can you run me through what happened?
Yeah, man, we put a lot of time and effort into it. We had a hell of a team behind us. We've been working on this project for going on 8 years. So, we kind of knew what we were going to get. We hoped and wished and planned that it would go out and unfold exactly how it did. We never realistically, in our wildest dreams, thought that we were going to get everything to come together like it did. But man, oh man, on June 3rd, everybody said, when's the next one? That was a great event. Can't wait for the next one. Move over this company, move over that company. There's a new game in town. I mean, it was just unbelievable, beyond our wildest dreams of the reception that we got from the fans, beyond our wildest dreams.
I couldn't believe that it was so awesome. How many cells did you get? Because it looked like everybody in the whole world saw it.
So we only have numbers back from a few companies, and the major cable companies don't actually report until August 30th. But we're looking like we're pacing towards about 150,000 buys, which for us is 3 times what we anticipated doing. So if we hit those numbers that we look like we're pacing towards, I mean, I think we're off to the races. I do think at that point, without sounding cocky, that there is a new player in town then.
You've seen a ton of the clips are showing everywhere online. Every time you go search any kind of fighting and one of the bare knuckle clips comes up, do you guys get any revenue from that?
We don't get revenue from that. So the business model on that was we had some of the major ones down that were getting a ton of views because they didn't go about it the right way. A lot of the ones that are up actually asked for our permission, and we let that go on right now because we figured it's free advertising. People are getting to see this, then if they see it once, it's what we've always said. If they see it once, they're going to want more. So let them see it. I mean, it's paid it's free advertising for us. We could get paid, if we kept trying to sell it, but not everybody's going to know where it is. Now they saw it. I mean, we had over 25 million views on YouTube videos, 25 million views. I mean, I couldn't pay for that kind of advertisement. So it worked out for us. Everybody got to see it, and I think everybody's really looking forward to this. I personally am. I personally think this card is stacked from top to bottom. Unbelievable card we have here on August 25th. But I think more and more fans are now getting open to this and saying, look, it's not that there's a new game in town or there's a new this or move over that. That was flattering, but it doesn't really matter. What we are actually really happy about is we are giving the combat sports fans an alternative, something different, something that they really, haven't seen before except on June 2nd, and something that we think, shakes up the game just a little bit.
You signed Charles Crazy Horse Bennett. What do you think that's going to do for your promotion? That dude is insane. We've seen him fight live up here at the Falls Casino. He fought a guy from almost like a friendly gym, and he has just got crazy athleticism, and he's a little bit of a wild card. What's it like dealing with him, and how did you end up signing him?
I mean, he's when you get to talk to him on the on his level, he's a great guy. But if you don't, I mean, he's his name is now Felony. You can't call him Crazy Horse. I called him Crazy Horse Young up the phone on me. Can't call him Crazy Horse anymore. He is Felony, and he's a wild card. Just like you said it perfectly. He's a little bit he's a little bit tough to deal with, but he's good to deal with on the other aspect. I mean, I can't wait to see what he does in there. I can't wait to see what he does at the weigh-in, at the press conference. I can't wait to see what he does when the referee's giving instructions. Like, that's one I really can't wait to see. And I think we actually got more play on him than we did on the other two guys that we signed, which were huge names that, in their own right, Chris Lytle and Kendall Grove, but we got so much more reaction out of Charles Bennett. It was crazy.
He's so famous. He's had a lot of backstage altercations. He's huge in the MMA world. Everyone just loves to see him because he's so crazy, and everyone knows he's not afraid to get beat up or beat somebody up. He's a true fighter in every sense of the word.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to this one. And he actually said, where were you guys 15 years ago? I never would have done anything else. This is what I would have done. Well, we're here now. We're here now, Charles, and it's your chance for a rebirth. It's your chance to make another run at this now.
How many applications did you have for this upcoming show? I mean, the last show was a huge success.
I swear, Raymond, just today, we've got about 28 applications. That's just today. I mean, every day they just keep coming and coming and coming. It's crazy. Fans, I mean, some of them are good fighters. Some of them are guys off the street, which we won't entertain. But, it's good that they're even looking at us. They can be fans. But, I mean, we are putting on only well-established professional athletes that are experienced. We're not putting in anybody, that doesn't have any combat sports experience professionally, not amateurs. They all have to be professional unless they're a top-tier amateur with 20, 30 amateur fights and they're ready to turn pro. But, we pride ourselves on putting in the right kind of talent here, and we think that's what is going to help us grow.
How were the injuries from the first show? Everyone was very concerned that, bare knuckle boxing is so brutal. How was the injury report for the first show?
I mean, it was so great. Like, everybody before the hands were going like hashtag broken hand central, broken hand this, broken hand that. Man, it was unbelievable. We had 6 guys did get lacerations, 4 guys got stitches. We had 1 broken thumb and 1 broken nose. That's it. No broken hands. No broken hands. 20 men and women fighting bare knuckle on the highest level that they could fight on, and no broken hands. Unbelievable.
I can't believe that. You get broken hands fighting MMA every fight. It's just insane that you're fighting bare knuckle and you don't break your hands. It just goes to show you have to target so much. Targeting is so much more important.
Hey, Caveman, we got a guy in the gym that signed too on bare knuckles.
Oh yeah, Palmari. Got what do you know about Eric Palmari?
Yeah, Eric Palmari is a good dude. He's going to be fighting August 25th. We're real excited to have him on. He's been very resilient in trying to fight because there were some issues with his last fight, and he's getting through everything. Great guy, but really wants to fight, and I am looking forward to seeing him. We're giving fighters an opportunity. Look, they may not have been the best boxer in the world. They may be able to really fight, but they may not be the best MMA guy in the world. They may not be a good ground guy. They may not be a good dancer when it comes around to boxing. But we see ourselves as something in the middle. We've given everybody, that maybe couldn't have been the best boxer in the world, like I said, because it's a little different, and they weren't the best grappler in the world. But here we are. We're come in the middle. We're bare knuckle fighting. We're a little bit of everything, with punches only. So I think we're giving some of these fighters a rebirth, a second chance at really making a run at it. And, after the results of the first show and from the fights I'm talking about, I think we're on to something here.
Since you're the expert in bare knuckle boxing, I mean, no one's put a show together yet except for you. What would you say is the difference that allows a guy that's fighting bare knuckle boxing to excel in this sport and maybe not excel in the sport that they were original professional in, whether it was MMA or boxing or kickboxing or whatever the other sport was?
Well, I mean, number one, you just have to have a ton of heart. Like, you have to have the heart to get in there, because this is not, this is not for the weak-hearted. This is not for the guys that, hey, let me go in there and, like a high school wrestler or something. And all the respect to them guys. But it's not like a high school wrestler that can go into amateur MMA and try to get an amateur fight by taking someone down and grappling them. And this is not that. This is for the baddest of the bad. This is for the guys that, aren't afraid to get hit with bare knuckles in their cheek and their head and their nose. I mean, this is for, this is real fighters. And what I say is just why it gives these guys a little bit of an opportunity is, like I said, they may not be the best dancer in the world. They may not have the best defense in the world. They may not be the best grappler in the world. But here we give them, if they want to fight, like if they really want to fight and are precision enough to have patience to pick the right shot, this is a sport for them.
What do you think about a guy like Chris Lieben, something like that?
Chris Lieben, I mean, he's a good addition to bare knuckle fighting. He comes and he brings it. I just hope his health is good to fight. But he brings it. Chris Lieben is absolutely someone that brings it. But the one I'm probably really, really excited about is seeing Chris Lytle do this, because Chris Lytle was 12-1 as a professional boxer, fought in the UFC for years and years and years. So I'm really kind of looking forward to see what he can do in here in the square circle. It's time for him now to toe the line in the United States and see what he can do. He's fighting a guy, Drew Lipton, who has not the best record in MMA, but he's also a kickboxer and Muay Thai guy who's very accomplished at that. I'm looking forward to that fight. I think it's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, Lights Out was a huge success in MMA. Had some health issues and had a little bit of trouble with the wrestling after a little bit. So this is probably the sport for him. When I was talking about Chris Lieben, I just meant like it's another chance for these guys that kind of didn't make it in MMA, or they were on a level for a little while, battled some stuff, and now they're coming back. It seems like a little bit of the older guys, they may have lost their legs for wrestling or jiu-jitsu or something like that, but they can still compete in this sport.
Absolutely. Look, the best fighter tonight was what? Joey Beltran versus Tony Lopez. Two experienced veterans who were probably slightly past their prime, not completely washed up, but slightly past their prime because they've been in there a lot. But they were able to stand there and bang it out. Exactly what you said. Maybe their knees aren't right, maybe their elbows aren't right, maybe they can't do this or that anymore, but they were able to stand in that square circle in the center of the ring and give the fans everything they paid for and more. I mean, that was just incredible fight by two experienced veterans, as you just mentioned, and that's what we're doing. Look, we have a huge announcement coming next week, and I think we're going to shake up the combat sports world a little bit with this announcement we're going to make. We're really running towards a lot of really great things that are happening right now. Some very good television things are happening. Like, there's a lot of things, and we got accepted we're getting accepted. Sorry, I don't want to say got accepted. We're getting accepted into mainstream combat sports a little bit faster than we anticipated.
Do you think that there's more of an acceptance for your sport, which is something that developed into boxing? Originally it was bare knuckle boxing and then became Queensberry rules, as opposed to something like MMA where it's still considered dirty to hit someone on the ground or kick them like a girl. Do you think that plays into it a little bit?
I don't know. I'll let you know on August 30th when all our numbers come in if we gain acceptance a little faster. I think by the reaction we're getting all over the place that, people are going, I didn't even know this was legal, or this, this was this, or this was that. But then everybody, all the comments now are, I can't wait. I watched the last one. Can't wait to watch this. Or they're tagging their friends. I watched this. You got to watch the next one. The guy's like, I didn't even know that was legal. This is awesome. This is dope. Let's watch it. So, time will tell. We're in this for the long haul. I mean, obviously, if the fans aren't watching this at all, we're not going to be here forever. But I think we're just going to keep on picking up our fan base and increasing that. And because of that, I think we're going to be around for a while. We have a great team. We're signing some really good fighters. And, we're doing the right thing with these fighters. We're giving them an opportunity. We're doing tournaments. We're doing different things to get these guys exposure that may not have been able to get exposure in MMA or boxing, but we're giving them a platform. And we're super, super excited. And everybody on our team is just great. And they all are working towards that one goal of getting this, to be accepted as a in the mainstream combat sports world. And it's getting there.
Have you approached looking into having fights in a different state, so you're not pigeonholed into one state? Have you talked to any of the other commissions yet?
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but this fight, actually, August 25th, is in Biloxi, Mississippi.
Oh, no, I didn't know that. I thought you were having the same location. I apologize.
Yeah, this one's in Biloxi, Mississippi. The next show we're opening up in October will also be in another state. So we're definitely opening this up. We don't want to move too fast because we have to lead the way here and pave the way for everybody else. So we want to be the people that are opening up these states to give people a precedent and something that they have to work towards. So, there are other organizations out there that are trying to get involved with this now, and that's great. I just hope they do the right thing and care about the fighters and do what's right for the sport as much as we're doing. And if that happens, bare knuckle fighting could absolutely blow up a lot faster than any other, any other combat sport.
I think coming to New York would be great, but the commissions suck over here.
It's gonna be tough to get to
Madison Square Garden.
New York. I think New York, California, and Vegas are going to be, the three that are going to be the toughest to get into.
Yeah, they boxing town right there.
They won't let Ray fight because his eye's a little messed up in New York. He said.
What's that?
I said they won't let Ray fight in New York because his eye's a little messed up.
Well, I mean, you also got to be careful. You know what I mean? You want to make sure that everybody that gets in there, whether it's my sport, bare knuckle fighting, boxing, or MMA, that the fighters are protected, they are safe, and they are medically cleared. I mean, that's why we're going to stick around for a little bit, because we went above and beyond. Like, for instance, our insurance requirements in Wyoming were $2,500 per fighter for medical and death insurance, and our company went above and beyond and got $50,000 medical insurance and death benefits for each of these guys. So we're doing everything a little more than what is regulated for us, and that's another reason why we think we're going to be sticking around for a long time.
That's awesome, man. That's so much cheaper than New York just to do MMA. Holy cow, even an amateur show is like $5,000 here.
No.
So,
but I mean, it should be. It really should be. It should be. I mean, look, the fighters are going in there. I mean, anything can happen. They can break a hand. They can lose an eye. They can die. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in any of these combat sports. So they should be protected. Their families should be protected. And that's what our company did. Our company said, look, anything can happen. So let's make sure in case something does happen, their families are protected. And that's what we did.
Well, I think you're going to get a lot of fans just from that statement right there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's where guys are willing to fight for, too. You see guys, seems like the UFC just uses and abuses some of their fighters if you're not a guy bringing in pay-per-view dollars, even if you're great. So having another good alternative is always awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are breaking up just a tiny bit. I'm having a little tough time hearing you.
Ray, you gotta turn up your phone a little bit there.
My phone is up, Caveman.
Ray went cheap. He went, what do you got? What's the cheapest service? That's what you got, right?
No.
No, I think we lost him, Ray.
Oh, yeah. We lost him.
God damn your cricket phone.
No, I got T-Mobile.
You got T-Mobile? What the hell, dude? You got like the best phone in the world and this shit don't work?
It works.
It's got to be his phone.
It got to be his phone.
Yeah, his phone.
All that money for the insurance.
Yeah, he spent all the money for the insurance.
Maybe
Hey, Ray.
Hey, how you doing, brother?
Good.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah.
All right, we'll go right back into it. So right now your sport is huge. It blew up at our gym. We got all kinds of guys that want to fight on your card. Do you think you're ever gonna have like dark shows, just smaller shows in a venue to feed your pay-per-view show?
So our rollout for next year is to do 12 shows. We'll see if we're going to be able to handle that. We're definitely going to do 8 shows. We're going to do 4 major pay-per-view shows and then 4 to 8 shows that we're not really calling dark. We're going to do on the internet, but we're not going to be on television. We're not going to be on pay-per-view. But yeah, we have a ton of guys that we're looking to build and that could fight on pay-per-view because anybody can fight on pay-per-view if they're bringing their fight. But we want to build these guys, build their name, get the social media following behind them, so they are ready to step up. And at the end of the day, it's all about It's all about putting on great fights, but the fans have to buy it. Because if they don't buy it, then it's over.
Would you like to have someone like Conor McGregor in your show, just like blowing everything up, kind of out of control, kind of almost like Felony could be, maybe? Or are you looking for a more conservative kind of, I'm not even sure how to put this, but more of a in-line promotion?
You know what? If I was to tell you that I didn't want a Conor McGregor type in my show, I probably shouldn't even be promoting because, he brings so much to the table. So I definitely want a little bit of flamboyance. We also want the guys that are humble, the guys that can fight. A little bit of everything. With that sells. That sells along with the fights. You have to be able to fight. If you can't fight in this sport, it doesn't matter if you're flamboyant, if you're talking a lot of smack, or if you're the nicest guy in the world. It really doesn't matter because, the fans aren't going to put up for it. You have to. There's nowhere to hide in that square circle. You're punching with bare knuckles, so you have to be able to fight. So with that being said, we'd love to have a guy like that. And like I said, we have a really, really big announcement coming up here in the next week or two, and I think it's going to shake up the MMA world a little bit.
He's like, we just signed Nate Diaz.
It's not going to be Nate, but not going to be Nate. I wish it was Nate, but
how about Nick?
He looks like he's got. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see who's going to be there. But
Caveman,
it's a pretty decent name, and I think we're going to get a lot of buzz from it. And it's because we're going to move somebody over. It's not that we took a former, MMA legend. We're actually going to take someone current that's currently making some noise, and I think that's a big step for us.
Anderson Silva.
I don't think you heard you, Ray. Ray's still throwing names out there. Do you
Nah. I won't give you the thumbs up tonight, Ray.
Oh man. Ray said he's got this. He was giving me like signs that he knew who it was, and then he said Anderson Silva. Ray's a player. He always wants to know what's going on. It's all the coke he sells.
No, don't say that.
Oh yeah, I can't say that online. Anyways, do you think getting your fighters from MMA is your biggest draw, or do you think that drawing from the other worlds are bringing people over too? It seems like it's.
Right now it's MMA because it seems like it just makes more sense. In MMA you can kick with a shin. You can slam someone's head into their knee. So because of stuff like that, I think these guys are a little more familiar with this kind of stuff, than the boxers are. But the boxers are definitely coming over. I got some pretty decent names, and hopefully in the boxing world, we're going to make a big announcement next week as well. We're negotiating with one of the all-time greats, and I think he may be crossing over into bare knuckle, and if he does, that's going to really shake up the boxing world a little bit.
Damn, that sounds good. That's you got lots of teases on this show, so we're gonna keep updated with you to find out.
Man, we're doing a lot of stuff because look, man, in any business anywhere, you can't stay stagnant. You have to keep growing. So we're doing different things that's going to get us out there and get the fans to really like us. And that's what this is all about. This is all about the fans because if the fans like it, the fans buy more. They tell their friends to buy.
Yep.
And then at the end of the day, we became a competitor, and maybe we will be what I call the big three. Maybe it will be boxing, MMA, and bare knuckle. Who knows? But, maybe it could happen sooner than later because everybody that watched that show liked it. I don't think one person that watched that show didn't like it.
What is your background in sales? When you talk, you sound eerily familiar to Dana White back in the day when he was first trying to sell MMA to everybody. Just so much passion and a great idea of what's going on and an actual great game plan.
It's not really the sales. I mean, I did a lot of different things in life. I never worked for anybody. I always worked for myself. So I just, I hustled. I hustled and I hustled and I hustled and I made stuff happen. And I think you used the correct word. I'm passionate about this. I have so much passion for this. It's like my child. And because of that, it's so easy for me to sell because I freaking love it, man. I love it. And the reaction we got from the first show was just unbelievable. I have to, they have to watch it again. And if nobody had anything bad to say. That's almost, unbelievable, because when these big MMA shows come on or the big boxing shows come on, you have 3 or 4 pay-per-views, fights on there, and one fight was all right, the next fight kind of sucked, the next fight was great, but they were all good. They were all good fights, except for maybe one fight. 9 out of 10 fights were home runs, and you don't get that. And that pace was so fast. We gave everybody what they wanted. They didn't have to sit around and watch all these interviews. And that'll come. But I mean, we're going to keep the fast pace. We're going to do another 10 to 12 fights on this pay-per-view card, because look, what are you guys paying for, really? Are you paying to watch people get interviewed, or are you paying to watch fights? You're paying to watch fights, so we're giving you what you're paying for.
Hopefully, don't get big enough where you have all the commercials like UFC. I mean, have commercials during the pay-per-view. God, that's the worst.
Now we're not gonna do any of that stuff. I mean, honestly, we're gonna stay true to what we have right now, and we're gonna do everything we said we're gonna do. And you mentioned Dana White, so a lot of people don't know this story, but I tapped Dana White on the shoulder about 5 years ago, and I said, "Hey, Dana, I did this one bare knuckle show, actually 6 years ago. Did this bare knuckle show in Arizona. I don't know if you heard of it." He goes, "Yeah, I heard of it. So I wanted to talk to you about, see if we could make this something big." And he said, "You'll never get that legal. They'll never get sanctioned." And he just turned his back on me. Oh, wow. And I did tap him on the shoulder, and I said, "You'll see someday, and I'll see you at the top." And I walked away, and I did say to myself, did I just say that to him? But I did. And here we are, though. I mean, you never know. You really never know. We did a hell of a thing on June 2nd. I'm coming back for bigger and better things August 25th.
He might be calling you soon. Be like, yeah, we want to buy your show.
or have him in a UFC Fight Pass.
Yeah. Would you?
I mean, we're talking about a lot of different things here. There's so many different opportunities here because we, like I said, we did give the fans some really good entertainment.
I just want to say this before I let you go. Your show is the only show that I ever got the pay-per-view for the next day, because everyone said it was so awesome, and I said I was going to get it, and then I felt bad that I didn't get it, and I wanted to see the fights, and they weren't online quick, so I went and I bought the show the next day.
Nice. Awesome. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. And, guys, man, I'm telling you, August 25th is going to be off the hook. We have 2 women's fights. We have the heavyweight tournament semifinals. Chris Lytle, Charles Bennett, Kendall Grove, some really good up-and-coming guys. Local fighter to Biloxi, Harris Stevenson, Michael Bissett. I mean, I'm telling you, man, this is going to be an unbelievable night of fights. It's just going to be unbelievable. I can't wait, and I can't wait to announce what we're going to announce, and then to announce the next one. And we have some big things planned at the pace that we're doing these big things. Did exceed our expectations. So we couldn't be happier. And like I said, we're going to see what happens on August 25th. But hopefully, you guys keep promoting this, everybody else tunes in, and this becomes a competitor.
For sure. You got about 500 more hits the next day on our podcast because everyone's looking at your name. But for your card, is everyone going to be on the pay-per-view? Is Palmieri going to make the pay-per-view?
It's a toss-up right now. So we're looking for him, too. We can't guarantee it. He's what's called we have 2 swing bouts. He's one of the swing bouts.
Okay.
But with the pace of how the last fight went and some of the early knockouts, it looks like he has a great shot for that.
All right. Well, I'm going to try and put together a couple of viewing parties around here then, since we have a guy on the card too. Hopefully we can get him up on there.
Awesome. Really appreciate the support, and reach out to me after the fight, and we'll do another one of these and recap August 25th.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
we appreciate your time, dude.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.
Oh shit. Technical difficulties. We got through it. You know what that means? It means I got to do a lot of editing. God damn it.
Get to work, bitch.
No. Ray, most shows have a guy that does the editing. You should be that guy instead of me.
You know what? At work, it's this young kid. I was talking to him. He said he want to get into podcast stuff. And I told him, come here. I said, you know how to work the equipment stuff? He's like, yeah. Come work with me and Caveman. Work out the BIT. And we teach you how to have a nice podcast.
Hell yeah. He can, we got another mic. He can talk over here and just say nothing like you do.
Yeah.
You left me alone in that interview a lot, Ray, dude. Twice you were like, you put your finger up like you're going to talk, and then I didn't say anything. And then you didn't say anything, and there was a huge uncomfortable...
I did say, I said Anderson Silva.
Yeah, you said Anderson Silva, but then I don't think he heard you. Oh. Because you said it real quiet, like far away from the phone. Like I heard you on the mic fine, but he can only hear through the phone.
Wait a minute. Oh, whatever.
So when you're talking to the mic and you sound good in your headphones,
right?
He don't really hear you. When you talk into the phone, that's when he hears you.
Oh.
We need an IT guy to tell us that. You know what else? If we had an IT guy, he can hold the selfie stick with your phone on it, and between the two of us, and we could talk loud.
Mickey, he got strong arms.
We can put on Mickey's lips. Did you see that picture he posted today, dude? Like, he got a new haircut or something, dude. He's like, and his lips are like so far out of his mouth, dude. I want to like, you just want to go. Oh,
you want to go like this?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's like a mint he got in his mouth.
Yeah,
a focus mint.
He's like one of those people with like the little cup things that push their lips out. You know what I talk about? Like those indigenous tribes, we
just getting out of hand now.
Yeah, I think I insulted about 4 minorities in the last 40 seconds. Mexicans suck too. Oh, I'm sorry.
You bastard. You German fuck.
Yeah, German and Polish, whatever I am.
You Bishka. Whatever the hell.
Bishka. We're going to keep this one under 45 minutes, man. We did a good job.
Okay.
Yeah. These are good, these shorter ones.
Wait a minute. We didn't even do an intro.
Yeah, we didn't do an intro.
All right. Caveman Corner. Coming from the Caveman Studios in North Buffalo. We are out of here.
Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. Oh, I should have loaded up the exit, huh? Oh, well.
All right.
Close enough.
All right.
How are people going to know when the Easter egg starts without the music?
Who cares? You want to know what's an Easter egg?
What's that?
I was eating my 2 Whoppers outside of your house, and the lady across the street was getting her stuff out of her truck looking at me.
You know, I live in a really nice neighborhood, right? This North Buffalo, like super nice, richy area. I don't know how I got a house here. I don't know. I don't really fit in the neighborhood too much. But now that you know you're coming with your dead hookers duct taped in the trunk, man, we might have to move the studio again.
You got to move it to the east side, my hood.
Oh, also, Fandoozy should be up in a couple of days.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Fandoozy's relaunching.
Cool.
Yeah.
They got a new place?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
The new website's going to launch, though, and then I should get a place soon.
Are we going to upload?
Yeah, probably. We'll get out my mom's basement, and we can go back into a real studio and get some good real guests again. Although, this guy's awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, he got a lot of hits right after the Bare Knuckle Boxing, too. A lot of people came back and watched the show again.
You know what? Bare Knuckle Boxing. Okay, you hear that, you know it's going to be some shit. You know it's going to be some fight. People want to see Knuckles punching somebody in the face, man. Action-packed.
It reminds you of a street fight, you know? It's like what MMA was supposed to be, I think.
Well, trained street... fight in the street, but, you know, trained fighters. Like a karate background, a kickboxing background, judo, whatever, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay.
All right. Thank you for coming, man. I appreciate you actually finding my place to do one. And you had a great guest.
Yep.
All right. And it's under an hour, so I can probably edit it by tomorrow.
Okay. Peace.
Ray's got his headset off. Oh, Ray's not listening. Ray's gay. He's scared of Alex Carroll. Congratulations, Alex Carroll, on the baby.
Oh, we still on?
Yeah.
Congrats, Alex.
Ray still wants to fight you, even though he doesn't even got a fucking bicep. He says you don't have any skill and you don't have a bicep, so it's even.
Fighting with one hand arm?
Yeah. All right, now we're really out of here.
Okay.
So hey, wait a second, Ray. I just got a text here from my wife. And, oh, dude, my wife must be hacked into your phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My wife just sent here's something for Ray to watch during the podcast, and then some Japanese porn.
Oh wow.
Like animated porn.
Do it look like Mickey Gaskin?
No, it's I don't know. It's all blurred out. There's no real porn. It's like blurred out.
No, but that's Mickey's favorite porn.
Oh, the anime porn?
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought
he liked watching Pokemon and.
I don't think Pokemon's porn, dude.
No. They got the porn. Go to Pornhub and look for Pokemon porno.
What? You look like you're whacking off, dude. I can't even look at you.
Oh, oops. And they got video game porno too. They got Street Fighter characters. Yeah, Mickey knows all about that. He told me.
All right, we're really out of here, man.